Hello there, welcome back to Nagaur and Raja of the Rajput Reich. Last time we vassalized Mavar, which, well, was regarded as a very bad decision, whether it made a lot of people angry. But that doesn't really matter. What we're currently working on here is the annexation of Dunda. We do need to get a little bit stronger. We do need to get to Europe too, one way or another, either through Mamluks, most likely, or by going down the south. We do kind of need the Cape too, because it's part of the achievement. So unless we want to fight Castile / Portugal, we'll have to do something there. / Spain. Because fuck me. Sorry, no, not too serious. God damn it. We have a new ruler, Muhammad Khan II Dandani. Of course we get a stability drop, and since Mr. Dandani is about 50 years old, we're going to get another one pretty damn soon. So yeah, but we do get a 333 as our next ruler, or heir, so that's good. But I do need to boost the stability. We didn't actually get a lot of legitimacy from that either, which is crappy as hell. But I'm going to sacrifice 100 points to boost the stability, so there's that. Now I think we're actually going to go with Baluchistan here, because I kind of need to deal with them. I can also use Baluchistan, taking this province right here, to fabricate claims on Night, and potentially go through this way to get to the Mamluks. That could work. But we'll have to see what we do here. We don't look too good in terms of army. Baluchistan entered military collision against us. Wow, you really want it, don't you? But the problem is, of course, Yemen and Gujarat. I don't actually expect Yemen to do anything. And let's face it, Gujarat is something that we can handle. I'd probably just go straight up and vassalize them too, to be perfectly honest. It should work just as good, to be perfectly honest. Should be perfectly fine. And then I can just fight Katyavar for whatever's left if I want to. So I guess we'll start fabricating claims on Baluchistan for the 3 provinces that I want. I don't think we'll actually get friendly with the Timurids. It just seems so unlikely. So I think it's better to just go for straightforward here. Go for taking down Baluchistan, then try and take the Timurids in one war to create Persia. That could work. That would be an interesting way of doing things. But of course, it's going to be a little bit difficult no matter what we choose here. So for the time being, however, we'll take the early Carrack, diplomatic tech 3. With that, we get an increase in colony range by 100, trade efficiency by 10%, naval morale by 0.10, maintenance by 10%, the settler growth by 15, and early Carrack. So basically, it's something that's required to really start doing any sort of colonization. So it's kind of necessary to get that. Hopefully here the Indian nationalist walls down by the time we are ready for war. But right now there won't be too much happening. I'll just allow the aggressive expansion I have with some of the members around me here cool down. I do have a bit with the Timurids. They'll probably join a coalition against me, which means I'll have to be careful with India. But let's face it, the goal here will be to get to Europe ASAP, more or less. Let's see here. Multan, Katyavar. Well, this could actually work to my advantage. If I declare war on Baluchistan, I'll get Katyavar into it, and then I can just take these 2 from Katyavar, and then we can just hand it over to Gujarat. So that could actually also work in my favor, famously so. So that's good. Someone showing a coalition against you, and I'm just like, that's good. Wow. Yeah. Anyways, for now, I'll just sit by and wait. Not really much else I can do. And hopefully we'll be making some progress. I'm also tempted to wage a war here against Delhi, but I'm a little bit unsure how that would go, to be perfectly honest. They do have a lot of troops, so I might have to reconsider that. Malwa, I definitely need to keep them around as an ally. They are really, they are strong, they are useful. And hopefully I can get Vinyagina down the line, but right now it seems like they are more tempted to crush me more so than anything else. So we'll have to see how this works out. For now, however, I'll just, as I said, wait for well, my claims to be fabricated, and then we will consider if we want to wage a war or not. So Malva is actually calling me to war here against Cavalier and Katyavar, which is well, very tiny nations. Let's just say that. So we're actually going to accept this because there's no real reason not to. There's 1, 2 province minor and 3 OPMs. So again, it shouldn't be an issue, not at all. My vassals can probably deal with this on their own, to be perfectly honest. And I may attempt to actually go after Katyavar here, but I don't think I'll get anything out of it, so I'll just leave it for the time being. What we will do most likely is declare war on Baluchistan after this, though, with the goal of taking the 3 provinces that I'm currently fabricating claims on, these 3 here. And since we are currently in a position where I can't fabricate a claim on Kathiawar, which I would have preferred to do, I'll just be continue fabricating claims on more of the Baluchistani provinces, because, well, they are Sunni and thus they are valuable. That's basically it. I do need to get enough Sunni provinces to protect myself from, well, influx of annexing, well, vassals, more or less. That's more or less all it comes down to. And I'm pretty sure that I'll actually end up vassalizing some or annexing more people down the line, but we'll have to see how we want to deal with this, especially as things are currently setting. Jaunpur isn't, they aren't really scary right now. They're just out with Gujarat and Multan, so potentially I could use that to my advantage as well. We'll have to see what I come up with here. But Malva, Vinagar, there's some issues here that needs to be fixed, but right now things are looking good. I can potentially use Delhi to my advantage here, just go for straight out conquest of them. That could be a way of doing things, but at least now we are getting closer to military tech 4, which of course will be helpful. It'll give me military tactics and of course some la morale, both being very, very useful. And again, it's going to be awkward once I have to fight the Mamluks and the Ottomans. I'll probably have to try and ally one of them, if not both, to actually be able to do something in Europe, or just get to Europe, if you will. But we will do an upgrade here in admin tech to level 3, which gives us a bonus to production efficiency. Wow, gives us a bonus to production efficiency by 10%, and we can now support rebels, which we will not because it's expensive to support them. But I'll lower the maintenance now, and we'll prepare for war pretty soon. Again, this war should more or less be over very shortly. I can't see it going very much longer. And Gujarat only has a 4 regiment, well, troop setup here, so it should be very easy to just vassalize them as well. So things looking good on that end at least. And I believe I only have one more claim now to. So Gwalior is out of it, so that's fine. Support for independence. Oh my. Someone needs here to get spanked, but doesn't really matter. We can't really do anything about that right now. So I'll fabricate a claim on CV, and then I guess we are ready for war. We got peasants. Wow. Do you guys want to hurt some peasants? Yeah, Merva will actually deal with the peasants for me. Or Malva, sorry. No, it's actually Merva. It's my vassal. Well, as long as they lose manpower, not me, I'm happy. These rebels are basically, as you can see here, they are stuck there, but they're going slowly but surely down. For the time being, as you know, I'll just wait here, and we'll see how this pans out. Not really much else I can do right now. There we go, they are done with their war. Kathiawar will pay money, and the annexation of this tiny nation was completed. So with that, we can now go for a coalition war here. Unfortunately, I'll lose some piety from this, but it should be fine. I don't see Yemen showing up, and the fact that we're going up against Knight is actually kind of interesting, because that means that I should probably build myself a little bit of a fleet and take Qatar or Abd al-Qais. That could be useful. It really could, so I think we're actually going to go ahead here and start building ourselves a little bit of a fleet. I have no idea how many troops Knight would actually be able to field, but it will probably be quite a bit, so I don't know if I actually want to go to Knight just yet. But what we are going to do at least is declare war on Baluchistan. It will just be Baluchistan and Gujarat, so that will be useful. Unfortunately, as you can see, Malwa do not want to join because they're in debt. So that's an issue, but Gujarat was just crushed. So if I move quickly, I should be able to take them out. Myanmar has 8,000 troops, Dunda has 4. I'm pretty sure we should be able to do this just nicely. So we'll go with a declare war on the premise of taking Bella. And then we'll go after them. The goal, of course, here now will be to siege Gujarat first, because, of course, they are already crushed. They are easy targets, simple to well feast on, I thought. But they do actually have 7,000 men, which is surprisingly enough. And apparently here, my troops are really, really bad. So that's my bad. I should probably have assigned a general. But I was hoping my vassal would just use common sense here and actually help out. and they do not do that. So let's see here. Can I win this battle with my little bit of morale? I can, which is wonderful. So let's just set up a couple of sieges, and hopefully I can recover enough manpower to actually, well, do siege the rest too. I really wish these guys would actually do what I asked them to. That would be useful. So Dunda and Meva. Again, I kind of want to deal with these guys first. That's basically the gist of it. But at least they are doing very well here against the Baluchistani army. So that is that's fairly wonderful. But it seems like Dunda lost their army, and that is not as wonderful as one would like. So, do I want to take a stability hit, or do I want to lose my legitimacy? In this case, I think I'll have to take the stability hit and just boost it again. That's actually the third time I'm getting said event since, or an event that would lose me a ton of something. So Dunda has been integrated, which is not the best thing ever during the circumstances, if you will. But at least I can now introduce Jizya, which is interesting, and I can also unify Islam. But yeah, we'll have to just have to deal with it as we go. We do get military tech 4, which is wonderful, because that means we now have a advantage against our enemies. Military tech 4 means that I will lose. I actually forgot to check, but let's see how much morale I actually got. I got 0.5. I'm a little bit quick on the trigger today. And we can also get a military attack improved by 0.5, and of course the morale by 0.5. So both of them are actually rather useful. And I believe there's also building involved. So it's just me not being well, very good with attention. We now have the same military tank as the Timurids, so that could actually be a interesting side note. But I will test my abilities against this army here, I think. We'll see how that goes. Bamanis. Do I want to go to war against Bamanis? I guess I'll accept. They are at war with Vinaga, but of course we have a Bamani army probably going for me right away, which is of course not the best thing ever. So we'll have to see here if this was. I'll probably regret this decision, all things considered. They did just win a war against Vinaga, and they do have the same tech as me, but as long as we stay out of each other's way, we should probably be just fine. At least that's what I'm hoping for. So I'll send my armies, the other armies that are being built here, down, and we'll see how this goes. How much money am I losing now? 8th a month. So I think we'll just have to disband at least one of those armies. Probably both then. No, I'll keep this one. And then we'll see how this goes. But yeah, the plan now is just to vassalize Gujarat first, and then go after Baluchistan. I'll probably have to take some loans as things are currently going, but we'll see. I hopefully can win this without having to do that. So if there's any interesting battles, I'll show you. If not, I'll just keep on sieging here. Loan-wise, I can take 14 loans, so it shouldn't be too much of an issue there. I'll probably take some, but I'll report back to you very, very soon. Well, I just realized something. I completely forgot about the fact that I have to set these guys as a co-belligerent, so their provinces are incredibly expensive. So we'll not be doing any well, fancy moves there. What we will do is force these guys to hand the province over to Meva, which is not the best thing ever, but it will help. It's a sea province, so it's bonus. Unfortunately, they were agreeing to that at the first time I checked, but now they decided no, we don't want to do that. So I'll just siege another province, and then we'll get the Kathiawar handed over to Meva. Then we'll go up and deal with Baluchistan. Probably be a couple of quick battles, and then just a blitz siege, and that should be fine. We are taking loans, however, so it's not the best scenario ever, but should be able to handle this, all things considered. Malva should be able to handle Bamanis on their own, which is what one would expect. But we'll have to see here. Do I want to lose 25 piety to take gain some ducats? I don't think so. I think I need to convert the provinces rather rapidly, the new ones. So we'll take an extra loan rather than, well, doing that. So we'll see how this goes. Once I get to a battle with these guys to finish the war, I'll get back to you. As you can see, it's probably a bad idea even this, but it's not too much aggressive expansion, it should be fine. And again, I'm just handing it over to Meva. It's the simpler choice. But I'm wondering if I even want to do that, or if I just want to go for taking the cash back and war reparations. I think that is, again, the better option here, just because of the fact that I kind of want to be careful with aggressive expansion, so we're just going to take the money and the war operation and get them out of the war, and then we're just going to go for a war here against, or finish up against our good old enemy, the Baluchistan here, or finish up Baluchistan. I do need to get my troops here to join up with these guys because it will make the battle tremendously easier. So I'll just wait for Mewar here to join up, and then we will go to march in the Baluchistan army, which should be perfectly fine to just crush, hopefully at least. So again, yeah, they did something funny. They just stood and watched while I went for the attack, which is annoying. We'll hunt down the Baluchistan army and then just go for a carpet siege. I think that is the simpler choice. I'm a bit unsure whether they'll run, but it looks like they'll run here, or they'll actually run to Quetta. But that's fine too. We should be able to destroy them. We are a very large army here, 13 versus 4, and this just damaged regiments. So again, it should be fairly straightforward. First and foremost, now we don't want them to attach to the unit because we're getting already a lot of attrition. So I'll have to see how I want to do this in terms of sieges, because I'm pretty sure they will they will hire new troops. That's a given. So for now, we'll just try and siege and see if we can actually make this work. If not, then that's just how things are. I really wish you could order your vassal to split up their army, but doesn't seem to be the option for that. But anyways, we'll continue the war against Baluchistan next time. Malva is doing a good job with Bamanevs, which is kind of good but also bad. Vinagia is more or less just falling apart here. We have a Malabar that's growing, I think. So it could be interesting to see if we can actually get ourselves into war with Nagia and just take the coast. I'll probably have to fight Kathiawar before that, or I can actually use Kathiawar to declare war. And I can also go after Gwalior right now because they're only allied with Kathiawar, and well, conquer more or less, just get some provinces, get some power before we set course for Europe. But this is the last, or this is the end of this episode. Thank you for watching. Please leave a comment, phrase, criticism, anything you feel like, and we'll continue next time. Bye.